These are the LTHForum Great Neighborhood Restaurants and Resources, Class of 2015.
Analog is a welcome addition to the Logan Square neighborhood. As Jeff B. said, it would be among the best top new bars and restaurants if it opened in New Orleans, and that's saying something. Analog makes New Orleans cuisine the way most of us remember it. Their dirty rice, smoked whitefish dip, gumbo poor boy, braised collards, and homemade hot sauce are all memorable. They make this a restaurant I want to bring family and friends to when they ask what's good. And let's not forget their amazing fried chicken, which I think is the best in Chicago. Their bar program is also stellar. Started by Violet R veterans, they've shaped the menu into one of the better ones in Chicago. This is a place I feel comfortable going by myself to the bar. I know I'll either see friends or strike up a conversation with other patrons, and to me that's the essence of a great neighborhood restaurant. Good food, good drinks, good conversation.
Bien Trucha is the whole package. A beautiful restaurant with the best service you could imagine, and a kitchen with serious chops. I judge any Mexican restaurant on their salsas, and theirs are some of the best anywhere, period. They do glorious things with seafood, from the cheesy decadence of the cazuela de camarón to the must-order crispy taco de pescadillas, to their char-grilled fish specials. Bien Trucha would be hip in Logan Square or even in LTHFA. But for sleepy Geneva, it truly makes for destination dining. I'm lucky I live right down the street.
It was the first bite of the croissant that did it, with the flavor of real butter and flakes for a country mile. Or maybe it was the quiche, when people said it was the best they'd ever had. I really couldn't argue. Or the uber-friendly service, the open and welcoming space. When I thought about it, Salvador Provisions just is a restaurant and bakery that Chicago can be proud of, and I am thrilled to have in my neighborhood.
Crossroads is a Greek-American restaurant that's been a fixture in Southeast Evanston for over 30 years. I grew up a few blocks away, and so I'm fairly confident that I have a longer history with Crossroads than with any other restaurant. Who knew that gyros and Greek fries could be the basis of such an enduring relationship? A lot of people, apparently. Crossroads' nomination received an outpouring of enthusiastic support from LTHForum members, many of whom also noted that they've been eating there for decades. Now that's a GNR to me.
I feel very honored and privileged to be awarding Elena Regan a GNR for her restaurant. Utilizing a method called New Gatherer Cuisine, coined by Ms. Regan herself, which includes foraging for mushrooms and food from her farm in Indiana, diners are able to experience a meal unlike any other restaurant I know of. Whether a course is an old standby like her mushroom tea or something new such as a wasabi ice cream, you can always expect to be wowed at Elizabeth.
In a city full of great pizza options, Forno Rosso distinguishes itself with excellent Neapolitan pizza cooked in their beautiful Forno Rosso, or red oven. Owner Nick Nitti takes great pride in sourcing the finest ingredients. Besides the outstanding pizza, appetizers, like the imported burrata and locally sourced salumi misto, really shine. Though some may feel the restaurant is inconveniently located in Dunning, those of us who live on the far northwest side are very happy to have Forno Rosso in our neighborhood. Congratulations to Nick and his team on their GNR award.
Fresh Farms in Niles is a great neighborhood resource. This is true even if it is not in my neighborhood. In fact, it's about 12 miles away from me. But when I go to Fresh Farms in Niles, each trip is twofold for me. The first is getting what is on my list, and two, finding something new that I can't wait to try. Fresh Farms in Niles, a treasure well worth the trip.
Ever go to a meal where there are so many plates of food on the table with so much variety that you start balancing plates on top of each other? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a Korean barbecue meal at Gogi. On top of the wide array of panchan that comes with every meal, my go-to orders are seafood pancake and, of course, galbi, barbecued on a charcoal grill right at the table. Wrap one of those babies up in a fresh lettuce leaf with a seasoned green onion salad and soybean paste, and you've got a crisp, refreshing, and balanced mouthful. What makes gogi so special among the other Korean barbecue offerings around the city is the high quality of meat. Add on top of that the friendly service, the attention to detail like having birthday candles, and those fun water jugs with Sai smiling at you, then you've got a restaurant that I'm proud to frequent and claim a great neighborhood restaurant. Congratulations, Gogi!
Hey, this is Matt Santander on LTH, and I'm excited to honor Jimmy Jams as part of a long tradition of wonderful Southside pie making in celebration of one remarkable root vegetable, highlighted deliciously in every slice and spud preparation. Pie from the family recipe, loaded potatoes, potato bread sandwiches. This is the kind of place where you might just be handed a piping hot bag of sweet potato fries while you're waiting for cheesecake because you look hungry. Congrats on this well-deserved recognition, Jimmy Jams.
Kaufman's is a one-stop shop for Jewish deli items and baked goods. Whether you need a deli tray to feed a crowd or just a quick nosh, Kaufman's has you covered. We nearly lost them to a fire a few years ago, but luckily they're back, and better than ever with a nice new store. One of my favorite things about Kaufman's is that you have a choice when ordering your corned beef: lean, regular, or fatty from the decal. And if you like your corned beef a little on the fatty side like me, it's cheaper than the lean stuff. Such a deal!
Jill Barron is an old friend of mine, and while that got me to Mon in the first place, that's not what keeps me coming back over the years. 4 blocks from my house, so it's really in my neighborhood, Mon is a place that everyone I've ever taken to loves, and that includes James Beard Award-winning chefs. Jill's sliders and chilies are delicious in their own right and need no apologies for being meatless. Her food is well executed and has assertive distinctive flavors. I know her to be a dedicated carnivore with pork tattooed on her inner lip, but at Mana, vegetables are her medium, and her talent as a chef is the reason no one misses the meat.
New Asia is an unassuming little hole-in-the-wall restaurant that stands out from other local Vietnamese restaurants with the freshness of its ingredients and by offering hearty and unique Vietnamese comfort food. New Asia is Vietnamese for the Vietnamese, but is welcoming to all who wish to experience what this exciting cuisine has to offer.
Take equal parts butcher, baker, cafe, and gourmet market. Mix it with talented, knowledgeable, and friendly team, and you've got the recipe for one hell of a unique GNR. Public and Quality Meats is a carnivore's Disneyland and even a vegetarian's delight. Known first for its charcuterie and sandwiches, PQM is also a great place to grab a bowl of soup, a loaf of bread, some artisanal mustard, or even house-baked cookies. It's the kind of place where you walk in with confidence because the butchers are so helpful and everything behind the case or on the shelves is stellar. PQM is an LTH GNR.
Red Hot Ranch's second location took all that was great about what they had done before and then added a contender for best fast food burger in the city. Griddle style, the double Red Hot Ranch cheeseburger has 2 crispy smashed patties loaded with a special sauce reminiscent of a certain favorite West Coast burger chain. And don't forget about their fantastic natural casing depression-style dogs or homemade fried shrimp, the classics which originally grew their reputation. Red Hot Ranch continues the Chicago tradition of the great neighborhood hot dog stand.
Spicy Thai Lao is a gem of a restaurant in Burbank, not far from Midway Airport. Start with the addictive spicy veggie egg rolls, followed by the beef pad tamen, som tam, or so many other items. Even a simple cucumber salad is elevated here. The warm hospitality of the owners, plus the excellent food, makes it a worthy GNR.
Sportsman's Club in Humboldt Park is one of my favorite bars in all of Chicagoland and an excellent drinking destination. The staff includes some of the most skilled, friendly, and knowledgeable bartenders in the city. The space is cozy and comfortable, and the eclectic mix of music provided by Analog Reel to Reel is consistently the best at any bar I know. In the glass, Sportsman's Club distinguishes itself with an excellent spirit selection, a dynamic cocktail menu that changes daily per the whims of the bartenders on shift, and the Amaro machine, which serves up a drinkable Solera-style history of nearly all the Amari that have ever been served there. It's a mecca for both those who love drinks and those who love to craft them. When considering great places to cocktail in Chicago, Sportsman's Club should be at the top of any list, and now, deservedly, it's at the top of ours.
Hi everybody, this is Habibi coming to you from New York. I'm so happy that Taza Bakery was selected as a GNR this cycle. Despite the multitude of Middle Eastern bakeries we have in the city, Taza really does stand out for its made-to-order flatbreads and for the quality and care that they put into everything they do. The flatbreads, known as menakish in Arabic, are the type of food that you'd find people eating on a daily basis, in many places in the Middle East. And that makes it an authentic and really unique place. And I'm glad that it has joined the pantheon of other worthy places as a GNR.
As a proud born and raised Chicagoan, it sometimes pains me to admit that the best tavern-thin pizza is found in Wisconsin. But then when I start talking about Wells Brothers, I get very passionate about the place and suddenly find myself craving their perfect product. Sometimes when I have to take my pizza to go, and I do so, it's bittersweet. I don't get to sit at the bar and enjoy the friendliness that ensues each time I'm there. To me, the GNR has a certain definition, and Wells Brothers fits the description. Congratulations.